Need more from your wireless relationship? Maybe it's time to start a new one. Switch to Intellos Wireless and get 10 gigs of data and unlimited talk and text for just $45 a month. Yes, more data, more value. Plus, get zero down on all smartphones, and we'll even buy out your contract up to $350 per line. It's 10 gigs of data and unlimited talk and text for only $45 a month. Stand up and demand more. Intellos, wireless for the people.
Welcome back to Godwin Hall. Again, Kurt Dudley, Mickey Newman with you here tonight as we get set for tonight's matchup, the Dukes of JMU and the Elon Phoenix. As I mentioned, it's not the first time these two teams have met one another. In fact, it is the first time as members of the CAA. Phoenix were once a member of the Southern Conference. JMU has only faced the Phoenix once in volleyball, and that was a 3-0 win here in Sinclair Gym back in 2007. And again, this will be the first CAA contest between the Dukes and the Phoenix. The Dukes, they've won 4 in a row and really started it up a bit a couple of weeks ago as they won a tournament hosted by Rutgers. And we'll talk more about that in just a moment. Right now, let's take a look at the schedule, or excuse me, the standings once again. You see the Dukes there at the 1-0, the Phoenix at 0-2, College of Charleston and Hofstra both at 2-0, and everybody else with at least one loss. Towson got off to a great start at 14-2. They and the Pride of Hofstra with the 14-2 overall records. Well, the Dukes, as I was mentioning, they really got it together during the Rutgers Invitational up in Piscataway. It started on a Friday afternoon as they beat the Princeton Tigers 3-2, and then knocked off the Zips of Akron 3-0. And then defeated the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, the host school, 3-2 was that final. That was on September the 20th. And then knocking off the Tribe of William and Mary. The Dukes began a very busy stretch of home matches here this weekend. In fact, that's the last time I can't recall actually the last time the Dukes played a Thursday night, Friday night, Sunday afternoon setup where they're playing 3 conference games in 4 days. With Elon here tonight, UNCW here tomorrow night, and the College of Charleston here on Sunday afternoon. The Dukes and the Seahawks tomorrow at 6, and then Charleston, the Cougars come in for a 1 o'clock matchup on Sunday. And then the Dukes will be on the road next weekend at Towson and at Delaware before returning back home the 17th and 18th, Northeastern and Hofstra. In fact, we'll have those 2 matches as well as the William and Mary match on October 22nd for you on Matazone HD Sportsnet. As the Dukes taking their final warm-ups here this evening. Good crowd on hand. It's one of those evenings where the first 100 students that got into the facility received a T-shirt. And on the T-shirt it says "Crush the Carolinas," as the Dukes taking on all 3 of the Carolina programs here this weekend. There you see a little bit of the crowd here at Sinclair Gymnasium. For the Elon Phoenix, well, they haven't had a chance to put back-to-back wins together. They're 5-12 overall, 3-4 at home, 2-2 on the road, and 0-6 in neutral site games. They played a pretty good schedule to start off. Lost to Maryland 3-1, then beat San Jose State by a 3-1 score, then lost to the Flames of Liberty 3-0. Their other victories have come against Kennesaw State, a relative newcomer to the Division I ranks. High Point, of course, in North Carolina as well. North Carolina A&T and North Carolina Central. Also lost to Wake Forest and Winthrop and Western Carolina, some of the other schools in the Carolinas, as you say. And again, 5-12, and Coach Tendler has had some injury situations. Settling down at setter has been one of the major concerns for Coach Tendler. And certainly when you don't have a stable situation at center, can certainly disrupt your progress. There you get a good look at the JMU Dukes with Coach Lauren Steinbrecher there for James Madison. Steinbrecher in her 5th season at the helm, 77 wins and 55 losses. It's the only program that she has served as a head coach, the former standout for the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech. Tendler, by the way, was a former setter for Illinois in the Big Ten. She and Disa Gardner, the former coach here, played together there at Illinois, and then Tendler came to join Gardner when she took over the program in 2000. She was the coach prior to Lauren Steinbrecher taking over. As James Hickey, the public address announcer, gets us set here this Sinclair Gym. And now it's time for the anthem here at Godwin Hall. National anthem here at Godwin Hall. There she is, Coach Lauren Steinbrecher and Casey Steinbrecher there, and assistant coach standing there to her left. And let's see about who's going to be starting tonight. First of all, for the Phoenix of Elon, a redshirt freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina. Has got some Valley heritage to her, though. Sadell Curry. Tell you about that in just a moment. Megan Gravely, who is a junior from Apex, North Carolina. And Chris Harris, a senior also from Apex, North Carolina. From Kernersville, North Carolina, number 7, Catherine Head. Third on a team in blocks a year ago. Here's Sydney Busha, a freshman from up in Leesburg, Virginia. And Allie Carl, a sophomore from Flanders, New Jersey. And the libero will be Chanel Smith, a senior from Fayetteville, Georgia. And again, the Phoenix coached by Mary Tendler. That's the starting lineup for the Phoenix of Elon. Let's see who Coach Steinbrecher, again in her 5th season, will put on the floor for the Dukes of James Madison. From Powhatan, Virginia, sophomore Janie Goodman, second team All-CAA performer a year ago. Out of Siloam Springs, Arkansas, the blocks leader for the Dukes, senior Lizzie Briones. Megan Niski, number 9, junior from St. Charles, Illinois. And Connor Bechtel, a redshirt freshman out of Richmond. Taylor Austin, a freshman. The Virginia High School Coaches Association State Player of the Year last year. And Sarah Patterson starting as the setter for the Dukes of JMU. And Mackenzie Clesby is a junior from Lincoln University, Pennsylvania, is the starting libero for James. When again, Lauren Steinbrecher, Casey Steinbrecher. Coach Steinbrecher there. And Wendell Camargo, he also joins the staff this year. In his first season here in Harrisonburg. A look at Mackenzie Klespies. Fourth in the CA last year was Mackenzie for 443 digs. She is approaching the top 10 list at James Madison in career digs. In fact, she has 914 coming into tonight's matchup. Number 9 spots held by Dana Jones, as well as and the attack, and that's good by Niski. Make that, yes, Niski with the kill for the Dukes of JMU. 2-0. Will make a quick entry into the lineup. Madison. Back to serve. It's and the back set. Niski with the dig. Set Patterson and the attack. Control by Smith. The libero, now an attack to the back row. Klespies with that dig. An attack by Goodman and the block. And a point for the Phoenix. A Phoenix player. She was there, as was Busa. And now Head will come back to serve. Finished third on the team in blocks last year. 0.73%. Keep to Niski, and a little miscommunication. That'll drop in. Catherine Head back to serve. Patterson will set it up. Stewart gets the touch, and that'll be a kill for Stewart. Gravely with the reception. There's the back set by Curry. Up. Stewart into the block, covered there by Briones, but not quite enough. That'll be registered as a kill for the Phoenix. Kai has checked in, as has Chelsea Raffetto. Raffetto, a sophomore from Unionville, Pennsylvania, will serve it across. Patterson sets it up, and the short attack for Briones, her first kill of the night. JMU has been very tough at the net in 2014. Standout blocking numbers through the first 14 matches, averaging 2.37 blocks per set, and Briones is one of those that helps to stabilize the blocking, as she is racking up 1.36 set. After that, across it goes. Elon with the 5-3 lead. Strong serve over the Niski, hands on to it. There's the shot into the antenna by Briones, and the attack 6 Elon. Back to Sydney. 1,000 during her high school career, and a 3-time all-district selection. Patterson with the set. Here's Martha Stewart. Stewart with another kill. That's her second. Again, Stewart coming off 13 kills against William and Mary last Friday night. And here Taylor Austin comes back in for JMU. Austin will drop back to serve for the Dukes. She surveys the setup on the opposite side. Austin. Back set into the net, dug up by Patterson. Austin keeps it alive across the net. A free ball on the attack for now the Phoenix. Here's a heavy hit and a strong one it is for Megan Gravely. Gravely led this squad a year ago with 341 kills. That averaged out to 2.82 kills per set. Harris to serve, floats it across. Klesby's on the attack. Niski going to say that's out, and a point on the attack error. So 8-4, Elon with the early momentum in this contest. Niski dinks it across, nicely covered there by Gravely. Patterson into the block. Patterson, and pushed right back down. So 6-1 run at the moment now for the Phoenix, leading 9-4. Harris, that's a bit deep. Service error, 9-5. Connor Bechtel back in for JMU. And Briones back to the line. The senior. Short set. Raffetto. Raffetto again, this time out of sequence. JMU with an opportunity. Nicely covered there at the corner of the net on the block. And that'll be 4, and that'll be a point for the Phoenix. Allie Carl, top blocker last year, has come in. Here's Curry. So mention Curry is her grandmother, lives here in the Valley. And she serves into what becomes a Elon point. Her dad is Del Curry, which makes her the baby sister of Seth and Stefan Curry. Actually, the point will go to JMU. And Del Curry grew up locally, went to Fort Defiance High School, and he is in attendance here this evening. I figured he would have a chance to come home and spend some time with mom and some of the family members and watch his daughter, Sadell, play here for the Phoenix. Right now, Phoenix with the lead of 11-6. Gravely floats it across, right on the edge. Goodman with a swing into the block again. Allie Carl was there. Also there was Catherine Head. Timeout on the floor. The Dukes are going to need a timeout here. They're trailing 12-6 early in this contest. And we'll be back with more after this quick timeout on Madison HD Sportsnet, presented to you by the JMU Alumni Association. Welcome back to Godwin Hall. Dukes trailing the Elon Phoenix early in this one, 12-6. Elon with an attack rate of .250. Meanwhile, the Dukes have 5 kills but 6 errors on 15 attempts. So the Dukes sitting at a negative 67. Elon just 8 attacks thus far. Megan Niski. Back to serve, it's Megan Gravely. Klesby's with the reception. Goodman gets high and she attacks, gets the kill. Back to serve for the Dukes, Megan Niski. Just does get the ribbon. Sadell. And down the line, the kill is good for Niski. Back to serve, Catherine Head. Goodman with a strong swing. Curry nearly repelled it. It'll be a point for the Dukes. Klespies to serve across. Gravely. Sadell Curry with the back set. Patterson. Brioni sends it across. Curry digs it up. Patterson drops it over. Curry with the set, the attack. Dukes keep it alive. Free ball across. Smith. Curry. Harris. Dukes keep it alive. Goodman kept it going. Quickly across Curry. Dukes keep it alive as the rally continues. And into the block, Martha Stewart. As Carl and Harris combine for the block to terminate the rally. 14-8. Elon maintaining the lead. Patterson, here's the swing by Stewart, and she'll get the kill this time. Stewart picks up her third kill. She leads all players in that category. And back to serve for the Dukes. Sierra Hahn-Ventrell, a junior from Chevy Chase, Maryland. Typically comes off the bench, floats it across this time. Smith pops it up into the air. And that's into the net. And the attack error, the Dukes pull just a little closer here at 14-10. Sierra gets it across. Smith. Raffetto. That's into the net. Back to the Elon side. The attack down the line. Klespies covers there. Stewart with the swing. And that a kill for Chris Harris. Harris played and started in 21 matches last year before she had an injury in October. She led the team with a .302 attack percentage prior to that. Here's Briones, put that one down. The first team All-CA selection and All-State pick last year for the Dukes. Lizzie Briones. And coming back in for the Dukes, Taylor Austin. The freshman. Cross it goes. And that's going to be into the net. Another attack error as the hitting percentage at the timeout for the Phoenix was at .250. Now it's down to 100 as they've only got 4 kills in the match. But yet leading this first set 15-12. That's going to drop in for the Dukes. 15-13. And timeout called by the Phoenix of Elon. As the Dukes now with a 125 hitting attack. So the Dukes getting their game together here. Take a look at some of the highlights here most recently. Meanwhile, for the Phoenix, that hitting attack rate has dropped down to .095, but yet only 4 kills on 2 and 2 errors on 21 swings. For the Dukes, 10 kills, 7 attack errors, and 24. So they've certainly improved here lately. They've got 5 kills and just 1 error over the last stretch of match time. So the Dukes have pulled to within 2, 15-13. So the Phoenix back out onto the court. Dukes will bring in Haley Brooks as well, a freshman. Redshirt freshman. She started her career at South Florida back here in Virginia. There's Taylor Austin to serve now. Austin across, comes a little deep with this serve. Raffetto goes to the left side. The attack. Plesby's there to repel it. Here's a swing by Niski. Smith there. The overpass. And Briones into the solo block by Harris. Point. Big point it is for Elon. 16-13. Harris will drift back to serve again. And that's a little too deep on the service error. That's the second for the Phoenix. Both teams with a couple of service errors here in this first set. And Briones back to do the honors for JMU. Coming across it goes. Busha knuckled across. Taylor to Patterson. Niski with the attack. Covered by the Dukes, and they're going to call a ball handling violation. A double hit that'll go against Haley Brooks. Sadell Curry was a 4-year starter and 3-year captain while playing in high school. Certainly has seen some big time events with her NBA legacy here. And that's a kill down the sideline for the Dukes. Janie Goodman comes back in for Madison. Patterson back to serve. Busha. Curry. Blocked by the Dukes' Connor Bechtel. Another attack, and that's in. Across the court, the kill is good. (17) make that 18. Goodman, kill. And the Dukes are to within 2. And serve right across the net. Covered there by the Phoenix. And the attack and the kill is good. Catherine Head laces it through. Now Dukes chasing the Phoenix. Catherine Head back to serve. Niski. Patterson tries to drop it in. Curry was there to cover. And that'll be 4 on the Elon side, so a point for the Dukes. Here comes the libero Smith back in for Elon. Dukes again back to within 2. And the attack and kill. Allie Carl. Chelsea Raffetto back in. Also returning to the action, Kayla Agai. Raffetto back to serve. And that's a kill from Goodman. There was no doubt about that one was going to the floor. And that's out. Elon looking for a touch, but that'll be a point for the Dukes. They're now within 1, 20-19. Han Ventrell. Busha with the reception. The set by Raffetto. Flying through. And then Niski with the dig for the Dukes. Smith with that dig. Short set. And the attack from the center. The middle hitter, Chris Harris, with the kill. 21-19. Elon trying to take this first set away from the Dukes here on the road. Can Elon with the serve. Niski. Briones to the back line. The attack good as Raffetto got a hand on it. 21-20. And the Phoenix 2-2 in road matches this year. Taylor Austin. Over to Smith. Raffetto sets it back. And a kill for Harris. Another point for the Phoenix. 22-20. Dukes keep getting to within one. As it's been back and forth here for a stretch, and timeout called for by the Dukes of JMU. We're going to check in with Nikki Newman in just a moment and see what she can find out about what Coach Lauren Steinbrecher and the Dukes are interested in doing here. See with the Phoenix up by the 2, 22-20. Briones flying through and gets the attack, a deep attack ball. And into the block, Chris Harris with her third kill. Goodman has 4, Briones has 4, Stewart with 3 to lead JMU. 3, 2, and 2 for Harris, Gravely, and Carl for the visitors from Elon. We look in on the JMU bench, Sarah Patterson. Nikki, you got anything for us down at the far end of the gym here?
I do, Kurt. After the very first timeout, Coach told the girls that they just needed to relax. They were almost playing with too much adrenaline. She said just play your role and have fun. And after that timeout right there, she told the girls it's 0-0. We have to score 5 points right here and we're good to go.
All righty, simple plan as it is. And that'll be point number 1 on the service error. That is the third service error. Connor Bechtel back in for JMU. Briones back to serve for the Dukes as Klespies takes the seat. And returning the favor, Briones. Looked like it went off the side of her hand. Klespies will come back in. Sadell Curry serving for the visitors. Deep it goes, Klespies. Patterson, here comes Bechtel. The kill is good. (23-22). Patterson serves it across. Busha, Curry on the attack and the kill. That's in by Catherine Head. 24-22 set point here for the Phoenix. Gravely will try to close it out and give her team a 1-0 lead. Patterson sets it up. Goodman. Across it goes. Goodman into the block, and the block will go out of bounds. That'll be a point on the kill for Goodman. Janie Goodman now with 5 kills for the Dukes, who remain alive in this first set. 24-23. And Niski back to serve for JMU. Junior from St. Charles, Illinois. Busha with the reception. Curry back to Busha. Goes into the block and knocks it down. And that'll be set number 1, and it's in favor of the Phoenix of Elon. Phoenix 0-2 in the CAA. JMU picked to finish number 2 in the league, but the Phoenix with the early 1-0 lead here in this one. Back with more after this timeout as you're watching JMU Volleyball tonight on Matazone HD Sportsnet, presented to you by the JMU Alumni Association.
Instead of asking yourself, where did those 4 years go? Think about where the next 40 will take you. Be involved at Madison. Dukes from day one, alumni for life.
You can't keep putting it off.
Hey, I overheard your other issue. You know we can take care of that too.
You do prostate exams?
Well, yeah, it's the same thing, just for cars. We'll bundle it. It'll be cheaper.
I like cheaper.
Pretty much the same isn't the same.
It's cheaper!
Want the facts? Learn more at that'sthetruth.com.
The Residence Inn by Marriott provides guests with plenty of room. Room to recharge. Room to prepare. Room to relax. Stay one night or as long as you like. The Residence Inn by Marriott provides each guest with amenities tailored to their individual needs. Spacious suites with all the comforts of home, because it's not just a room, it's a residence.
1-0 Elon with the early lead in this matchup as the Phoenix capture the first set 25-23. Phoenix built a 9-4 lead. JMU pulled to within one a couple of times down the stretch, but come up shy. The Dukes end up hitting 216 in the first set with 16 kills, 8 errors, and 37 attacks. Elon ended up with 35 swings, 4 errors, 11 attacks, and so that comes out to a 200 hitting percentage. Elon coming into the match hitting at 145 for the year, while the opposition at 190. Leading attackers in the first set, Harris ended up with 3 kills on 143 hitting. Gravely and Head with 2 apiece, both were 2 for 4 without an error. Janie Goodman 5 for 8, 2 errors for 375 for the Dukes. Briones 4 for 7, 2 errors, 286. Martha Stewart 3 kills, 2 errors, and 8 swings. Niski took 8 swings too. She came away with 2 kills and the 1 error. Connor Bechtal also with an attack for the Dukes and came away with a kill. Dukes with 16 kills, 11 for the Phoenix. Both teams with 3 service errors. JMU 17 digs, the Phoenix with 11. Again, 25-23, set number 1 goes to the Phoenix, and let's get back underway here as Curry will go back to serve. And she comes back here. Klesby's over to Patterson. Strong swing by Goodman, and it's off the high block for the point. Point JMU to start set number 2. Back to serve. It's Megan Niski. Niski with the right hand puts it across. Curry pops it up. That'll be playable for the Dukes. Klesby's. Patterson. Goodman into the block. Dukes control it though. Back to Goodman again. This time the left side. As she attacks down the left wing and gets the kill. Curry. And that's a kill for Catherine Head. She picks up kill number 3. Side out. Megan Gravely back to serve. 2.82 kills per set a year ago for Gravely. And that's a block on the left side. Coming up with it is Head and Carl. Elon really stressing the block. That's 7 so far. Patterson, long set. Stewart. That's blocked by the Dukes. Kept alive. Curry. And that goes off a touch and a point for the Phoenix. (3-2) Elon capturing the lead. Number 3, Gravely back to start things. Niski. Goodman from the middle. We get a whistle and a blocking violation called against Elon. Ektal will head out. Briones will come back in. Klespies across, little short serve. Smith pops it up. And that's a kill. Sydney Busha with the point. Busha from up in Leesburg. Head will serve. Sarah Patterson retreating, gets the serve up to Briones. That's from the middle. And Klespies got a hand on it. The ball came all the way back to where it was not playable. So another point for the Phoenix, leading at 5-3. They led by that score in set 1. Niski, that's Patterson. Stewart. Dukes try to cover it, can't do so. Another kill for the Phoenix. And substitution coming in for the Dukes. This time we'll see Kate Whitmire, a sophomore from Alexandria, on the CAA All-Rookie team a year ago. Patterson sets it back for Goodman, and Goodman with the left-handed swing. And we're going to get a net violation on Goodman going into the net, and timeout JMU. Dukes down 7-3 in set number 2 as the Phoenix controlling this one early here on Madison HD Sportsnet, presented by the JMU Alumni Association. Well, we had the Duke Club Scholarship Auction just last Friday night. Everybody had a wonderful time. Had a lot of JMU student athletes. As Steph Finley, you just saw her on that Duke Club promotion from the Lacrosse Duke. She was there. I was kidding her today to ask her if she got any requests for autographs after being one of the stars in that show. There's Janie Goodman for the Dukes. Elon, 4 attacks or 4 kills on 6 swings here in this second set without an error, so 667. Dukes have 3 errors, 3 kills on 9 attacks, so they're a flat 0 right now. 174 for the match, 268 for Elon. Dukes trying to get things together. A little conversation between the up official, which is Daniel Leake this evening. Mark Edsel on the floor tonight. And back to Back to the action with Catherine Head. Patterson sets it back for Goodman. And that's out. Janie Goodman now with 15 attacks, 5 errors, and 8 kills. Stewart has 10 attacks. They're the double-digit attackers thus far for JMU. Briones with 8 from the middle. Patterson will set up Briones this time. Repelled by Carl. Here's an attack. Nicely done by Gravely. And then on the overpass, Carl will put it away. Nine to 3. It's a 6-0 run now. It was a similar run in the first set at about this time. Patterson. That's a double hit. Actually, I'm not sure what they called on that. Mary Tendler was arguing a point. Here's Sierra Han Ventrell, that is, to serve for the Dukes. Just does get it across on the soft serve. Repelled at the net. Free ball coming across for the Dukes. Here's Briones into the block. Elon doing a wonderful job at the net tonight, just repelling the Dukes. That is block number 10. No, make that number 9 for Elon. The Dukes with 0 blocks. And blocking has been one of the strengths of JMU this year. Elon averaging 2.37 per set. Certainly well ahead of that schedule here this evening. Patterson. Whitmire swings there. And we're going to get a point for the Dukes on a double head for Elon. So that'll break slowly the momentum. Taylor Austin back in for the Dukes. Austin back to serve. That's a difficult serve to handle, and they just do get it across. And Briones with the kill from the middle. There's Lizzie. Austin to serve again, try to keep a streak going here for the Dukes. 2 in a row for the second time in this set. Trying to get back into this one. Smith covers well. Rolled over, Dukes respond, dropped into the middle. And that'll fall finally. And the Dukes with a mini run now, pulled to within 10-7. 3 straight points, 4 out of the last 5 registered by JMU. Austin. Again, a short serve, this time dinked across. Patterson, Klespies, and Niski with the attack. Here's Klespies, or make that Niski again, and Niski with the kill. And she attacks down the left flank. And timeout called for the Phoenix of Elon. So Duke's on a mini run here. 4 in a row, 5 out of the last 6 after the Phoenix went on a 6-0 run to take the 9-3 lead. And the Dukes are within 2. Dukes led this set early, 2-0. Phoenix yet to commit an error on the attack here in this second set, 5 for 14. Again, 9 blocks. Dukes do yet to have a block in this contest. Again, the Dukes averaging 2.37 blocks per set, which is good for 4th in the CAA and 72nd overall in Division I. Of course, the conference play has started. The Dukes have wrapped up their non-conference portion with an 8-5 record, making it the best out-of-conference record since 2010. Dukes roared out to a 10-4 record in 2010 in non-conference play. But of course, this now in the conference. Taylor Austin back to serve. Floats it across to Smith. Streaking in, Raffetto. Dukes will block it at the net, setting it up. Patterson. And the kill into the block. That's block number 10 for Elon. Heat 11-8. Patterson gets under it. Niski will float it across. Plesbees digs it up. Patterson there to bump serve. Niski goes deep, a little too deep. Point for Elon, 12-8. Coach Mary Tendler. Team at 5-12 coming in here. And Briones, the senior, with her 6th kill of the night. She's 6 for 13 with 3 errors. And she'll drift back to serve. No service aces yet in this matchup. There's the first one. Sometimes you get lucky. Not Lizzie, me in this case. Rolled across, Niski there. Patterson back to Niski. Goes to the back corner, and it is just a little long. Duke's got a little flow there, getting that defense. So Niski felt some space open up in the left corner, just didn't drop it in. Harris. Austin, Patterson coming across. Bechtal covering his Niski. Bechtal this time goes a little, nope, they're going to say this is in. I thought it might have been a bit wide. But they do flag it in. That'll go for the Dukes, 13-11. Sarah Patterson back to serve for JMU. After they wipe up a little condensation on the other court. Patterson with 55 assists in the Dukes win over Princeton back on the 19th of September. That was a career high. Sidell Curry is back in. Also Allie Carl. Elon just holding off the Dukes. Patterson and Goodman. That's in. Janie Goodman with her 9th kill. She's approaching double figures. She and Briones 9 and 6 respectively. No one for the Phoenix with more than 4. Phoenix doing it at the net, doing it with defense thus far. That's going to be an overage. Goes to Smith. Curry. Back row, Niski. Rolled in by Whitmire. She finds a soft spot. Point for the Dukes. 14-13. 5-2 run after the Dukes trailed 12-8. Curry sets it up from the middle. Patterson gets it over, and the overpass results in a kill for Gravely. That is her 4th of the night. She is perfect in the sense she has not committed any errors tonight, so 4 for 8, hitting .500. service error. Actually, Gravely now 4 for 9, so 444 stand corrected. Floated across by Klespies. And that's off the block attempt. Busha with the kill. That's her 4th. Pretty even distribution on the kills for Elon. Gravely, Busha, and Carl all with 4 apiece. Harris and Head have 3 each. Niski to Patterson. Here comes Goodman. She's going to try to dink it across. Free ball over. Whitmire gets it there. Goes deep. Curry short set, and that's out. Briones pulling back at the last instant, resulting in the attack error, and the Dukes to within 1 once again. Sierra Han Ventrell back in for Madison. CAA Commissioner's Academic Award recipient for 2 straight years is Han Ventrell. Curry, high off the hands. Patterson sets it for Briones, and she goes cross court for the kill, and we're tied at 16 all. Elon winning the first set by 2, 25-23. Here's Han Ventrell. Right hand serve, no spin on that ball. Curry sets it up, and the attack is in. Put that kill down for Sydney Busha. Chelsea Raffetto comes back in. She's from Unionville, Pennsylvania, redshirt last year, but did earn the team's coaches award a year ago. Had 114 assists as a freshman, 13 service aces, and 116 digs. Patterson, Whitmire, high off the hands, and that'll go into the stands for the kill. Comes Austin back in. Austin always seems to have an encouraging word when she comes back in. Or at least a word. I'm not quite sure. Authoritative. And the service ace, the second for the Dukes. Austin back to serve again. She had 4 aces against the College of Charleston on the opening weekend. And this time the block for the Dukes. Patterson, Briones, that's their first block of the night. They got a long way to catch the blocking of Elon. Mary Tendler is going to tend to timeout here for the Dukes. We'll get a chance to check in with Nikki and see what words of encouragement as the Dukes with a little bit of momentum at this point, taking the lead 19-17. During our intermission tonight, we'll check in with the crew from JMU Today. We'll bring you up to date on some other news from James Madison University and the surrounding area. That's coming up here, JMU Today at intermission. Plus, we'll give you a chance to get in with some shout outs on our email. In fact, if you got a moment there, let's go ahead and throw that email address out there for fans. After that, look at the highlights. There it is, madazone@jmu.edu. We'll give you a shout out. Let us know where you're watching from, who you might be watching with tonight, who you're rooting for. Whether you're a fan of the Dukes or a fan of the Phoenix, we take all comers as far as the email is concerned here on Madazone. That's madazone@jmu.edu. Doesn't matter what time zone you're in, you're always in the Madazone. Might have some Floridians watching tonight. You never know. I got a Floridian sitting to my right here. And Briones knocks it across. And the kill put down by Busha. Busha very powerful on that left side. Didn't look like she barely left the floor, but zipped it in there for the kill. 19-18. Dukes lead it by 1. Busha to serve. The jump serve comes across. Klespies controls it to Patterson. Good pass, setting up the attempt by Briones. Feta with the back pass, and that's going to be a point for the Phoenix. We're tied at 19 apiece. Busha back to serve again. Dukes needing the side out here. Busha. Taylor Austin right to the net. Patterson. Niski goes high. That's a kill for the young lady from St. Charles, Illinois. Connor Bechtel checks back in for the Dukes. She wears number 10. She's there in the middle as Klespies will go out. Briones goes back to serve. Goes deep on the serve. Feta off the net. Austin recovers. Long set, bumped over. Niski pushed into the corner. Han Ventrell keeps it alive. Briones pops it across. Dukes get back defensively now. Here's a heavy swing right back into the net, and the point for the Dukes. JMU reclaiming the lead now and pushing another point out there, 21-19. Briones back to serve. Critical serves right here. Goes deep again, this time to Busha. That's rolled in. Niski gets it. Patterson goes deep with it. And the overpass, but kept alive by the Phoenix. The Captain Smith with it now. She goes across the court. It's a little too long this time, as the attack error results in a 22-19 JMU lead, as the Dukes have ripped off 3 in a row. Curry is going to come back in for the Phoenix as a guy leaves the court. Briones trying to keep this rally going. The senior out of Arkansas goes across with it. Curry sets it up. Here's the swing. Han Ventrell got a piece of it, but not enough to keep it in play. That'll break the run of 3 consecutive points for the Dukes and pulls the Phoenix to within 2, 22-20. Dukes trying to square this set up, and we get a whistle. May not have quite been ready for play as Daniel Leake blows the whistle again. There he is. Mr. Leake works a bit with the Special Olympians. In fact, some of the volleyball Dukes were most recently serving as officials for a Special Olympian tournament of volleyball contestants. And that is out. Han Ventrell giving instruction while Niski taking her call. 23-20. Dukes up by 3 now. Patterson back to serve with the right hand, goes to the same corner. Feta sets it up, and that is out. The attack error, 24-20, and a set point for the Dukes here as Patterson back to serve. The fans get up. Patterson, good serve. I thought it was going to be out at first, and that's into the block, and the Dukes will win this one. Niski, Bechtel there, and the Dukes come from behind, as at one point they trailed in this set 12-8. They chased and chased, finally took the lead at 18-17, gave the lead, actually got tied up at 19 all, and then went on a 6-1 run to take set number 2 and tie us up at a set apiece. There's the block. Actually, Niski, they may give her a solo block on the play, although Bechtel was also there. There's that decisive point. So the Dukes, well, they'll go into the locker room with a 1-1 squared tie here in sets between the Dukes and the Phoenix of Elon. We'll be back with more of our halftime after this brief timeout, as you're watching JMU Volleyball on Madison HD Sportsnet, which is presented to you by the JMU Alumni Association.
Instead of asking yourself, where did those 4 years go? Think about where the next 40 will take you. Be involved at Madison. Dukes from day one, alumni for life.
I knew going to JMU would be more about just getting a master's.
I just knew that it was the place for me.
I feel as though that I'm a part of the institution.
You will never meet a stranger. Everyone is always willing to help you out and to help you through your graduate experience here at James Madison University.
The graduate school here is a great choice.
The education that you receive is top-notch.
It's one of the best in the country. And from here, everything is possible.
The Residence Inn by Marriott provides guests with plenty of room. Room to recharge. Room to prepare. Room to relax. Stay one night or as long as you like. The Residence Inn by Marriott provides each guest with amenities tailored to their individual needs. Spacious suites with all the comforts of home, because it's not just a room, it's a residence.
Is he still in there?
Yeah.
Sleeping in the closet every single night. This has got to stop.
Oh, hey, Elaine. How's it going?
How much longer are you going to be here?
Billy is 5.
6.
6. 12 years. But don't worry about me. I got my pillow pet.
Tame the tuition monster. Visit Virginia529.com and see why it's the nation's largest 529 college savings plan.
Hey, who wants popcorn?
Welcome back to Godwin Hall. The Dukes and the Phoenix of Elon tied at 1 set apiece here. We're at our intermission between sets 2 and 3. Let's get you caught up on some of the news around the JMU campus with today's edition of JMU Today.
From the School of Media Arts and Design.
And let's dream big together. But it's time to dance it.
This is JMU Today.
Good afternoon, I'm Brandy Sowers.
And I'm Savannah Miller. Welcome to your JMU News Brief. Harrisonburg voters are being asked to get to know their city council candidates. Local businesses sponsor an open forum for the 6 candidates to discuss their plans for the city. Each potential city council member answered questions about city issues ranging from downtown parking to job creation. Audience members were encouraged to interact with candidates and voice their concerns. This is only the first of 2 open forums that will be held before Election Day on November 4th. The next event will be held on October 14th in Memorial Hall.
Upcoming graduates may find it easier to find a job in 2015. Potential employers came to JMU looking for eager, well-rounded students to join their companies. The unemployment rate for college graduates between ages 22 to 27 is declining, standing at 5.6%. Alumni and graduate success ratings show in just 6 months, 86% of JMU graduates find a job related to their major. JMU students are provided with career fairs, employment websites, and guest speakers to help them find jobs after graduation. JMU teamed up with some well-known voices in the poetry community to give flower power a whole new meaning. The Furious Flower Poetry Conference brings together established and aspiring poets once every decade. The 4-day conference invites guests to take part in readings, seminars, and discussions of African American poetry. Dr. Joanne Gavin started the conference in 1994.
Joanne Gavin shared her dream with the world, and people from all over the United States and even from the United Kingdom come here just to get a little bit of poetry session.
Furious Flower is the largest conference of its kind and is dedicated to bringing artistic expression to a diverse audience.
At the Rockingham County Big Game and Trophy Show, mounted deer heads weren't the only prize worth seeing. The DMV showed off one of its mobile service centers that was recently brought back in 2011. DMV To Go offers all services provided in a regular DMV office with the exception of the motorcycle skills test. Mobile offices provided access to DMV services in areas where DMV offices aren't easily accessible.
Usually no wait, you can walk right in, get it done, and be on your way. It's just we're sort of bringing DMV to the people at a time and place convenient for them.
DMV to Go also visits colleges, offices, and retirement communities throughout the state. For more information, visit the DMV website and search DMV to Go. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Savannah Miller.
And I'm Brandy Sowers. Go Dukes!
We all know the importance of continuing your education, whether completing a degree or seeking professional development. Are you thinking about your next step? JMU's Adult Degree Program is designed to create opportunities for adults to pursue an undergrad degree that fits their lifestyle. If completing your degree is something you've been wanting to do, JMU Outreach and Engagement can help you achieve your goal. Call today to learn more. Whatever your next step, JMU Outreach and Engagement is with you every step of the way.
When we told you the neighbors got to stay past midnight, you told us we're not the neighbors.
When we told you the neighbors got a pony, a swimming pool,
a dirt bike, you told us
we're not the neighbors. But now the neighbors have truly unlimited data from Intelos, and everyone gets their own smartphone.
So, what do you say now?
More phones, more lines, and more data. Stand up and demand more. Act now and get 10 gigs of data with unlimited talk and text for just $45 a month plus $0 down on all smartphones. And Telos, wireless for the people.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA, signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
Virginia Business Systems delivers fast-forward document solutions to help JMU Athletics build the teams they need to win. With over 7 offices and over 70 employees in Virginia, we strive to deliver the best in digital document technology. VBS Innovation takes...
Welcome back to Godwood Hall. The Dukes and the Phoenix of Elon tied at 1 set apiece. Let's go courtside now as Nikki Newman is courtside with JMU head coach Lauren Steinbrecher. Nikki?
Coach, Elon's not very known for their blocking. It seems like they're getting a lot tonight. Were you surprised by that at all?
You know, something we had not seen in film either. But they're being physical and they're doing a great job getting their hands over and committing on the right places. And we just have to be smarter attacking. I think we had our juices pumping a little bit to start the match. We were just trying to get all those kills in the 15-foot line. So hopefully we'll be a little smarter with that and get a higher efficiency offensively.
Great, thank you. Back to you, Kurt.
All right, thank you, Nikki. Thank you there, Nikki Newman. Well, we did get some emails. First of all, the Steinbrechers are watching from Delaware, Ohio. That's right, as opposed to Ohio, Delaware, I guess. Delaware, Ohio. Also, we heard from the Kleins. Michelle Klein, I assume that's their parents. And yes, so we do have some Floridians watching. I should say Michelle Klein's parents, as she is just one person, obviously. She's from Lake Worth, Florida. Carly Alexander, how far is that from you? 40 minutes. Okay, Carly Alexander, one of our divers, sitting here to my right. And also, we heard from Mark and Megan Weekman, watching in Southern California. So we're going from coast to coast. How about that? From Florida, Southern Cal, up to Ohio. That's not too bad. You can still write us here if you like at madizone@jmu.edu. That's MADIZONE at madizone@jmu.edu. And we might get a chance to work a shout out in for you as well. Weekmans are always good for watching coast to coast when Megan was playing here for the Dukes. And the Dukes with the first serve, and that's an attack error. And a point for the Dukes. 1-1 is our set score. And the Dukes leading here in set 3, 1-0. Smith, one of the captains, the libero. Well dug up by Patterson. And that's a kill for Connor Bechtel. Bechtel with a career high 5 kills against, 5 kills against Hampton. And that's into the nets. And Catherine Head on that swinging error, and a point for the Dukes. Well, Dukes picked up that momentum down the stretch there, outscoring the Phoenix 6-1 to close out the 25-20 win. And picking right back up here to start this third set. Patterson sets it back for Goodman. Strong swing there. Busha repels it. Busha will get the swing now. Off the ribbon. She gets a little net influence that time, and it falls favorably for the Phoenix. That's the first point in set 3 for Elon. Megan Gravely. Back to serve. Goes deep. Klesby's there. Patterson with a short set. Bechtel with a kill. Connor, redshirt freshman. 2-time first team all Colonial District out of high school. Kate Whitmire coming in now for JMU. Patterson, nice dig there. That's a block at the net. That's number 11. Head and Busha combining there. How about Bechtel and her all-conference performance, all-district performance? She played at Deep Run High School. Catherine Head goes back to Niski. Coming in, it's Goodman with the kill. No, that's Bechtel, that is. Excuse me. Goodman was in the neighborhood too. But Connor with a couple of good swings there for Madison. Curry sets it up. That's shanked to the left off the Gravely attack. Point for the Dukes. Now leading this one 6-2. Curry at the net, and that's going to fall out of bounds. A point for Sydney Busha and the Phoenix. Tendler giving a lot of instruction there. Patterson had to give up on it. That resulted in the overpass and an easy put away for the Phoenix. Chelsea Raffetto back to serve. Deep it goes to Niski. And Briones with a powerful swing. Chanel Smith, second on the team a year ago was Smith with 268 digs. Also came away with 146 kills, 13 blocks, and 17 aces during her junior year. And that's a kill. Chris Harris off the high blocking attempt for the Dukes. 7-5 JMU. Dukes have not trailed in this one. Elon right on the heels though. Service ace for the Phoenix. That's their first of the night. Sydney Busha with her fourth service ace of the season. Off the ribbon, played by Briones. Patterson into the block. On Ventrell, put across by Klesby's. Here's the attack, and that's a kill. Registered that one in favor of Megan Gravely as she picks up her sixth of the day. And a 3-0 run has tied us up at 7 apiece. Busha. Klesby's to Patterson. Whitmire gets repelled at the net. The overpass. Duke's trying to get it under control. Han Ventrell softly sent across. by Niski. Knuckled across now. Whitmire, they're going to call her for a ball handling violation. And that gives the Phoenix their first lead here in set number 3 at 8-7. Patterson. Briones laces that one home. She's got 9 kills. Goodman, it's been a while since Janie's had a series of kills. She's still below double digits on the night with 9. A couple times this year. She's come away with more than 20. Floating across. High on that swing, as getting some altitude was Gravely, and she laces it in. Gravely with her 7th kill of the night. 9-8. Elon with the advantage. Gravely now with 87 kills on the season. Smith gets that across in a rifling fashion. Briones with the attack. Covered well. And a whistle, and this will go as a JMU point on a double hit. Briones going back to serve again. Lizzie at 6 foot. Goes to Busha. And the quick hit. That did not clear the net very much, but it was punched over. Elon with the 10-9 advantage. Here's Curry. Sets it back and into the block. Bechtel is repelled. And this time it's going to be Gravely and Head. And the Phoenix now with a 2-point lead at 11-9. Patterson goes to the back corner and she drops it in. So Sarah picks up her 3rd kill of the evening. On 7 attempts with an error, 286. And that'll drop in for a JMU point. Patterson again back to serve. Patterson going deep. Make that Gravely rather. Claspis, Niski gets it across. Curry, short set, and we get a whistle. And we get a net violation by Elon. Dukes with a 12-11 lead. Little confusion, and that's going to drop home. And that's also going to call for a timeout for Mary Tendler and the Phoenix of Elon, as the Dukes with a 13-11 lead. The Dukes trailed 10-9, but they have ripped off 4 consecutive points to overcome the Phoenix and now lead at 13-11. For the match now, JMU hitting it to 209. They're at 333 in this 3rd set, 6 for 12 with 2 errors for the Phoenix. 7 for 17, 4 errors, a 176 attack rate. (13-11) JMU. If you want to look down the future, mark your calendar for the upcoming video productions of JMU Volleyball this season. We've got 3 more coming your way in the middle of October. October 17th and 18th, back-to-back nights. Northeastern and Hofstra. That's a Friday-Saturday deal. And then on the 22nd, the Dukes will have a rematch with the Tribe of William and Mary. So October 17th, 18th, and 22nd. Mark your calendars. for our next video productions of JMU Volleyball. Back to some action here. That's a strong swing by Niski. And another net violation for the Phoenix. Patterson continues to serve. So Dukes continue this roll. Austin. Smith just does keep it alive. A little overpass. Bechtal knocks it down for a point. Dukes on the biggest run, I think, of the night for either team. Actually, six matches, the longest run for Elon earlier in tonight's match. Dukes keep that alive. Free ball across. Smith, Curry, and the kill. Nope, actually, they're going to say 4 on the attacking side. That stayed in the net. On our baseline vantage point, didn't quite make it out, and Duke's up now 16-11. Niski dumps it across, that'll drop in. 17-11. Duke's on an 8-0 run now. And that'll be a timeout necessary for the Phoenix of Elon. That'll give us a chance to go back to our mailbag, that is. I did see a couple of other emails come in. Mike and Maureen Niski watching from St. Charles, Illinois, as they're watching Megan and the Dukes play, of course. And one other email has come in from Roger Crunk, watching from Ashburn. And she is, or excuse me, that is Taylor Austin's uncle, Uncle Roger, and Aunt Nina, and her mom, Madeline Austin. Great to watch Taylor and the rest of the team. Great picture tonight. Thank you, Roger, for watching here this evening on Madazone. Again, hope that you've got your calendar circled for the upcoming Madazone productions. If you can't make it here to Sinclair Gym, Sarah Patterson, her folks are here tonight. All right, Dukes on this 8-0 run. Let's see if they can continue it with Patterson back to serve again. Curry keeps it alive. A free ball. Well, that's not going to quite make it over. Right now, the Phoenix coming a bit unraveled. 9 in a row for the Dukes, 18-11. Smith on the short serve. Curry bump sets it. Swing. Presby's to cover. Niski goes to the back corner, but covered by the Phoenix. And a joust at the net, won by the Dukes. Let's say 4 on the Phoenix side. 10-0 run for JMU. Shank to the right. Oh, and Smith went barreling into the stanchion, and she may have hit her head. She a little slow to get up. Trainer gets off the bench, but she's okay. He's probably going to do the real quick, let's come over here and check, make sure that you're okay from a quick standpoint. Her twin sister said, oh, she's fine, no problem. Her twin, although, is on the injured reserve list. And her twin, of course, talking about Danielle Smith. And Smith receives that pretty well. And the final end of that long run for the Dukes. a 10, make that 11-0 run for Madison. Duke's well in control of this third set after that kill for Gravely. Goodman keeps that alive, and that's going to drop in for a kill. Bechtal puts it away. O'Connor with a career-high kills tonight. That gives her 6. Make that 7, I do believe. Her previous high was 5 against Hampton. And that was earlier this season, obviously, a redshirt freshman. Well, it's not always obvious because she could have played a little bit as a freshman last year and technically could be hurt to come back for a redshirt year. It falls within the NCAA redshirt categories. Taylor West, one of the best examples of that at JMU from the field hockey Dukes. And that'll fall for Elon. In fact, we'll have JMU field hockey on Madison Sunday afternoon, our first video presentation of Coach Christy Morgan and the Dukes. That'll be against Towson. 1 o'clock the start time on Sunday. Taylor Bailey will join me for that one. That serve is a little long. 23-13. Dukes at one time trailed in this one 10-9. Klespies floats it across. That's off the hands and a kill. Sydney Busha. Busha leading the attack for the Phoenix. That is her 10th put away. She and Goodman in double figures. Patterson. Martha Stewart. Raffetta keeping that kill alive, and then Goodman puts it away. She's got 11 kills. 24 for the Dukes, 14 for the Phoenix. Sierra Han-Ventrell will try to serve this one up and put this one in the books. Short serve, Smith comes up. Caffetta, that's going to be out. And that'll be the set for the Dukes, who take charge, leading this now 2-1 here on Madison HD Sportsnet, presented to you by the JMU Alumni Association. Back with our fourth set right after this timeout here on Madison.
Instead of asking yourself, where did those 4 years go? Think about where the next 40 will take you. Be involved at Madison. Dukes from day one, alumni for life.
We all know the importance of continuing your education, whether completing a degree or seeking professional development. Are you thinking about your next step? JMU's adult degree program is designed to create opportunities for adults to pursue an undergrad degree that fits their lifestyle. If completing your degree is something you've been wanting to do, JMU Outreach and Engagement can help you achieve your goal. Call today to learn more. Whatever your next step, JMU Outreach and Engagement is with you every step of the way.
When we told you the neighbors got to stay past midnight, you told us we're not the neighbors.
When we told you the neighbors got a pony,
A swimming pool, a dirt bike, you told us
we're not the neighbors. But now the neighbors have truly unlimited data from Telos, and everyone gets their own smartphone.
So, what do you say now?
More phones, more lines, and more data. Stand up and demand more. Act now and get 10 gigs of data with unlimited talk and text for just $45 a month plus 0 down on all smartphones. And Telos, wireless for the people.
Well, very efficient set for the Dukes in set number 3. 12 kills on 21 attacks, just 2 errors. So that an individual set high of 476. That brings the overall attack rate for the Dukes here in this match to 253. Started off pretty low back in set number 1. One time it was a negative. Meanwhile, for the Phoenix, they're now hitting at 149, 32 kills, 101 attacks, 17 errors. The Dukes 42 kills on 95 attempts with 18 errors. 12 blocks for the Phoenix, 4 for the Dukes. Normally you'd see that number turn right around here. The Dukes have made some adjustment, not hitting into the blocks with the regularity that they were early. Phoenix with, again, 101 attacks, JMU at 95. 42 kills for the Dukes, 32 for Elon. Sarah Patterson with 35 assists for the Dukes. Curry and Raffetto 18 and 10 respectively. Curry will serve set number 4 to Klespies Patterson. Goodman with the heavy swing. Smith keeps it alive. Bumped across, but bumped too far. Point number 1 for the Dukes here in set 4. First one went to the Phoenix, 25-23. Dukes came back and won the second one, 25-20, and ripped off 11 points in a row to win the third set, 25-14. And this little dink over. Patterson is there for the Dukes. Klespies back to Goodman with a roll shot. And a point for the Dukes on a double hit by Elon. Megan Niski. Folks are watching in St. Charles, Illinois. Got a little knuckle on that. Got a good look at it from our vantage point here on the baseline. Bechtel covered there by Goodman. Klespies calls for it, will send it across. Curry sets it up, high off the swing. Patterson comes in, Niski down the line. Nope, I'm sorry, that's Martha Stewart, excuse me. And the cross-court shot is good by Goodman. That's her 12th kill today. Niski back to serve. I should have known that wasn't her at the net. She's on the back row. There's Niski with a good dig. Patterson sets up Stewart. Stewart into the block, covered by Patterson. Goodman again, the attacking angle with the left-hand swing. From the right side, it's a kill for the Dukes. 3-0, and make that 4-0. Niski keeping the early roll going here in set number 4. And a block by Goodman. That's block number 5. Timeout called by Mary Tendler. So the Dukes went on that 11-0 run. They're starting off set number 4 in dominating fashion, 5-0. See Janie Goodman with the cross-court shot. Goodman with 3 consecutive points for the Dukes. There's another. And she is up to 13 kills. Let's watch this one. Another left-handed shot. Said Goodman a couple times this year. More than 20 kills in a match. 21 twice. Actually, the last time was in the Dukes' victory against Rutgers on September the 20th. Her career best came against Presbyterian early in September a year ago when she had 28. And Nikki Newman picked up a little something from that timeout. Nikki?
Coach just told the girls to keep being aggressive, finish this match out. They're playing with a lot of confidence now, and she said to pick each other up and keep having fun.
Well, Dukes had fun with that particular play. Niski back to serve again. High off that block attempt as the kill is good for Gravely. Gravely back to serve. Reception, Plesby's. Goodman going for kill number 14, and she'll get it. Plesby's with 19 digs tonight. So that gives her 933 at the moment in her career. Good chance, and would expect her to surpass 1,000 sometime this season. There's Kinsey. Couldn't quite get to that one. Point for the Phoenix. 8-2 JMU. Very poetic, wasn't it, Nikki? Curry sets it up on the attack. Niski got a piece of it, but over to the sideline. Ed serves it. Niski, Patterson, the short set, and put away by Briones. Leslie Briones, that should give her 10 on the night. She becomes the second Duke third player this evening in double-digit kills. She's hitting .333 for the night. 10 kills, 21 attacks, 3 errors. Also has 3 digs and a block this evening. On Ventrell, serving up for the Dukes of JMU. Raffetta back in. And a guy also back in for Elon. Tendler doing some more coaching. Briones. Gaffetta kept it alive. Nice angled shot dropped in by Sydney Busha. Busha leading the team with now 12 kills. That's a nice attack. Gravely. Gravely out of Apex, North Carolina. She and Chris Harris. Gaffetta serving that time. Briones redirected it. Briones and Stewart there. Another block at the net for the Dukes. And that one will get down. JMU up now 10-6. Dukes had an 8-1 lead. Phoenix going a 5-1 run. Now that block there for JMU. That's 5, make that 6 now for the Dukes, to 12 for Elon. Somehow that ball was kept alive at the net. Niski will send it across. And an attack error. Busa with her 5th attack error, 12 kills. That drops her hitting its attack rate to 233. As a team, 133 for the Dukes, 262. Elon showing good signs of life early in the match, but sustaining it seems to be the issue here tonight. And if you look at some of the numbers for the Phoenix coming in, probably has been part of the difficulty for the Phoenix, who came in with just 5 wins this season. Floated across by Taylor Austin. Vespies goes to the floor to get that ball. Patterson went across. Here's the big swing by a guy. Now a big swing the other way down into the back corner. Nice kill put away by Megan Niski. She looked back at Coach Steinbrecher. And celebration for the both. 13-6 Dukes here in set number 4. JMU leading 2-1. See this shot here by Niski, goes up high. She could see that coming all the way. Watch her. See if we can follow her there as she turns. And is all smiles after that one. There's another angle of it. Thanking Sarah Patterson for the set. Duke's hitting .333 in this one, 5 for 15 without an error. Phoenix 6 for 23, but 6 errors, so at zeros. Dukes will be back in home action tomorrow night facing the Seahawks of UNCW. The Seahawks at 2-1 in conference play, 12-5. UNCW having a good fall sports season in many of their teams. Seen some good results for both their men and women's soccer teams, and volleyball off to a good overall record at 12-5. Tomorrow night's match at 6. And Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Matinee against the College of Charleston. Charleston at 10-7 going into the weekend, 2-0 in the CAA. Curry. Taylor Austin with a nice dig. That sets up for a Niski try, and Austin pulls off to watch that drop into the purple. Point for the Dukes, 14-6. Smith with the reception. Curry goes right away and drops it in on Ventrell, trying for the pancake dig. A little slow to get there. Actually, it was more the ball was too quick to get to the floor. 14-7. Curry tries it again. Results in an overpass and put away by Gravely. Busha. That's too deep. (15-8) JMU. And the put away. Gravely slices it in. Gravely now in double digits. She and Busha both with a dozen kills apiece. 12-12. And another service error. Elon with its 8th service error of the night. The Dukes have half that many. Kill for Catherine Head. That's her 5th of the night on 12 attempts. Curry. Goodman, little finesse play. And the solo block by Bechtel. 7 blocks now for JMU. Martha Stewart comes back in for JMU. Gillespie's Patterson, and a little mistiming there, drops in. Bechtel, by the way, that last block, if they register it as a solo, would be her first of the season. (17-11). Miskey, Patterson, Stewart gets a favorable roll, and that'll be a kill for Stewart. Just jammed it up in there. And it just rolled off the bodies on the other side. 18-11. Dukes closing in on putting this one in the books. That'll be out. 19-11. Oh, my bad. That was a point for. Got a touch? Okay. Thank you, Nikki. There's point number 19. Ventrell back in to serve for JMU. Floats it to a good spot, and it creates the overpass, and Stewart will capitalize. Patterson. Point JMU, 21-12. Dukes try to chase that one down. Stewart runs out of real estate. (21-13). That one knuckled across. Niski. It's interesting from this back line to watch Niski and Gillespie's when they receive the ball. A lot of times they will receive it and then kind of angle their body in the direction they want the ball to go. Sort of like me when I bowl. You know, you kind of lean because you want it to hit that pocket, you know. Either that or playing pinball. Of course, you guys probably wouldn't know about that. Okay. 23-12. (23-13), excuse me. All right. And that is a point for the Dukes. Somewhere the scoring is off here. I'm not sure quite where, quite honestly. What do you have on the board? Okay. The scoreboard says 23-15. Now we've got our score right on our graphic down below. Point for the Phoenix. Smith will go back to serve. 23-16. Set up. Bechtel with the swing. That's a tough angle. That hit the antenna. Point for the Dukes. 24 points now for Madison. Set and match point as Goodman will come back in. Sarah Patterson to serve. Curry sets it up. And the block. Bechtel and Goodman are there. And the Dukes, after trailing 1-0, Elon taking the first set 25-23. The Dukes roll back. They take the second set 25-20, control the third and fourth sets 25-14 and 26-15. As the Dukes win their 5th in a row, they improve to 2-0 in the CAA, 10-5 overall. Elon slips to 5-13 and to 0-3 in the Colonial Athletic Association. We'll come back and wrap this one up. Might get a chance to talk to a player or a coach or two. But first, this time out here on Madison HD Sportsnet, presented to you by the JMU Alumni Association.
Instead of asking yourself, where did those 4 years go? Think about where the next 40 will take you. Be involved at Madison. Dukes from day one, alumni for life.
The Residence Inn by Marriott provides guests with plenty of room. Room to recharge. Room to prepare. Room to relax. Stay one night or as long as you like. The Residence Inn by Marriott provides each guest with amenities tailored to their individual needs. Spacious suites with all the comforts of home, because it's not just a room, it's a residence.
Is he still in there?
Yeah.
Sleeping in the closet every single night. This has got to stop.
Oh, hey, Elaine. How's it going?
How much longer are you going to be here?
Billy is 5.
6.
12 years. But don't worry about me. I got my pillow, pet.
Tame the tuition monster. Visit Virginia529.com and see why it's the nation's largest 529 college savings plan.
Hey, who wants popcorn?
Well, it's a victory for the Dukes of James Madison. They improved to 3-0 in the Colonial Athletic Association and to 10-5. The Dukes have won 5 in a row. A little momentum going here for the JMU Dukes. And let's go now to courtside as Nikki Newman has caught one of the Dukes who had a good night with double-digit kills.
Here with Janie Goodman, who has recorded 14 kills on the night. Janie, there in that first match, Elon was getting a lot of blocks at the net. They haven't really been known for that this season. What kind of adjustments did you personally make, but as well as a team, to get going in those other matches?
Well, personally, as a hitter, I was trying to be aggressive and I was aiming low, so I made the adjustment of just hitting high and deeper corners and stuff like that. I think we found that to be a good adjustment and stuff like that. And we just we as a team just needed that confidence. We just needed to be like, hey, this is our court. We got this. Let's just step it up and let's do what we know how to do.
I know Coach had came out in that first match and a first time out, and she was saying you guys are playing with so much adrenaline. And she said you just go out there, relax, have fun, play your role. How did you guys take that on?
Well, we're always so pumped up. Our warm-up, it gets us all like running and our blood just rushing in our bodies. So after like a couple timeouts, you know, the first game we lost, it was just kind of like, let's relax, let's just be calm. We know how to play volleyball. We know how to win. We know how to like succeed. So let's just take a deep breath and let's calm down. We already lost the set, so let's pick it up. And we did.
Great, thanks, congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you, Kurt.
All right, thank you very Nikki. Appreciate that. And and as Janie says, well, just calm down and have fun with it. And you saw the adjustment a lot of times when teams are very aggressive at the net. Again, if you aim a little higher, you're not going right into the block, but you're going off the hands. And many times that ball will end up out of bounds and will end up in your favor for a kill. So that was the strategy for the Dukes here tonight. Take a look at some of the final numbers here this evening. The Dukes with a 281 attack rate, 53 kills on 121 swings with 19 errors. For the Phoenix, they ended up hitting 138 tonight, 130, 138 attempts, 45 kills, 27 errors this evening. Individually, Gravely with a match-high tying 14 as she hit 162, 14 kills that is. Busha finished with 13. Carl with 7, Head 5, and Harris 4. Curry with 1. She also had 27 assists, did Curry. Guy just 1 assist or 1 kill tonight. Raffetto finished with 11 and 6 digs. 9 digs tonight for Smith, the captain for the Phoenix. For the Dukes, some of the big numbers. Goodman finished with 14 kills. She hit 286 this evening. 308 from Lizzie Briones with 11 kills. Niski finished with 9 kills, hit 227. Niski also with 14 digs. A match-high 21 digs to Klespie's as she now has 935 in her career. So she again is starting to creep up towards 1,000. Other attackers tonight, Bechtal with 7. That's a career high for the redshirt freshman. On 14 swings, 357 was the rate for her tonight. Stewart, 6 kills on 16 attacks. Patterson with 3 kills. She also had 44 assists for the evening of the Dukes 49. Elon falls to 5-13 overall, 0-3 in the Colonial Athletic Association. JMU ups its mark to 10-5 once again and to 3-0, or 2-0 that is, in the CAA. Dukes will continue this Carolina homestand, we'll say, as the Dukes on Friday night will host UNC Wilmington. That is a 6 o'clock match tomorrow. And then at 1 o'clock on Sunday, the Dukes will be battling the Cougars of the College of Charleston. So the 2 North Carolina members of the CA, and then the southernmost member, the College of Charleston from South Carolina, coming in to Harrisonburg this weekend. Again, 6 o'clock tomorrow, 1 o'clock. No live coverage of those events. You can watch on the live statistics provided to you through the Athletics Communications office here at JMU. Number of folks we'd like to thank that helped to bring you tonight's contest, and that does include Paige Fredrickson, the Sports Information Director for the Phoenix of Elon. Also want to thank Mary Tendler. Did have a chance to speak with Mary a little bit before tonight's match and for some of the insight on her team. Jason Kreck, the head Sports Information Director for volleyball, that is, for the Dukes of JMU. Also executive producers John Martin and John Salem. Our director tonight was Justin Roth, floor director Amy Spring. Also to all of our camera operators here this evening from Telemedia Productions. So that'll do it here this evening. And on behalf of Nikki Newman, I'm Kurt Dudley. Once again, our final score, the Dukes win it in 4 sets, losing the first set 25-23, but then winning 25-20, 25-14, and 25-16. Good evening, everyone. From Godwin Hall, this has been a Matazone HD Sportsnet production presented to you by the JMU Alumni Association. Good night, everyone.